Hello and welcome to another session of features review for the CXC controller. In this session, we'll be taking a look at the CXC controller software version 5.1. For the features review, it is assumed that you have access to a controller and you would be able to follow along to get to the features that we are going to describe. So let's take a look. For controllers that have a large number of systems, or systems that have a large number of inventory in them, we've added the ability for you to download the inventory list in a CSV file. And you would be able to reach that feature under Controller, Inventory, and being able to select or click the Export Inventory to CSV button, providing you a download of the CSV file. A security lockout feature was added to the controller where remote access via the web interface is locked out from configuration or any manipulation of the controller unless a local user overrides it through the LCD interface. As you can see here, as I'm moving around in the configuration section, I am unable to change any of the configuration items because the lockout has been enabled. The override on the LCD will, by default, allow access via the web interface for 10 minutes, which is a configurable time value. To get access to this configuration, you go to Controller, Advanced Functions, Remote Configuration Lockout. As you can see, it is enabled, and I am unable to make any changes here. Within the LCD, under the Maintenance option, you can go to Remote Configuration Lockout and override the lockout for 10 minutes, allowing remote users via the web interface to make changes and manipulate the controller. As you can see, I've overridden the controller security via the LCD, and the configuration option of the configurable fields have shown up. A new battery conditioning mode was added, and we called it Boost. You can gain access to this mode through the system, the DC system, system function, and its Equalize and Boost option. Going to that page, you'll be able to see the new Boost configuration right next to the Equalize table. There's the standard manual start for Boost with configurable duration and boost voltage at your disposal. There's also a termination condition, and it is a true or false condition based on the input that you provide. Looking at the details, you can look at a number of things and monitor a number of things that can provide you value and be able to return a true or false response from that particular item. As we are here on the new Equalize and Boost page, there was a termination condition added to the Equalize and Elevated Absorption modes as well. The termination field for Equalize is here, as you can see. Terminate, disallow Equalize when true, and then you can select what it is that you would like to monitor as being a true or false condition. The other item, going to the charging page, as you can see, absorption charging configuration. There's a new terminate, disallow elevated absorption when true, and it works in the same way where you can select a signal that you would like to look at that will return a true or false condition. Next, we have a new inventory item called General Purpose Transducer. It is available within a DC system, converter system, and auxiliary system. Let's take a look here. If you go into the system, I have a DC system available. Under Inventory, the last item here is Other Transducers. Selecting that takes you to a page where you can add current transducer or just a general purpose transducer. Once you've created a general purpose transducer and look into the details page, you're presented by this page of configuration items. You can configure the typical name and description of the transducer itself with other values that you would like to set as meaningful information for this particular item. Next, we'll take a look at an improvement that we've done within a distribution system. The improvement is an increase in supporting a larger number of subsystems depending on the size of data that it consumes within the controller's memory. For example, the BDFB subsystem has a larger memory usage than an E2 subsystem, but you are still limited to just having 10 subsystems regardless of which type you're using. The improvement will allow you a combination of 10 BDFB or 40 E2 subsystems. In terms of memory usage, they are equivalent, meaning 10 BDFB is an equivalent of 40 E2 subsystems. So you can break this combination down to anything that you wish, as long as the ratio is the same. Taking a look at a subsystem of half of each type means that you can have 5 BDFB subsystems plus 20 E2 subsystems within one controller. Lastly, there's a small fix that was done for SNMP destinations. The issue was the port number that is assigned to the destination was stuck at 162, regardless of what input that you provide in this configuration. The fix is, of course, to accommodate the fact that you can change the port of the destination, allowing you to change the standard port of 162 to whatever it is that you wish.